Hi there, so I just wanted to make a quick little video showing A-level students the best way in which they can study and learn material. So this is all from personal experience, and I just want to say it's not an exhaustive list. There are plenty of other resources and plenty of other websites where you can get questions, plenty of other YouTube channels, but these are the ones personally I found that have helped me. Okay, and particularly what I want to focus on in this video is how you can use these websites even though you're studying the new spec. A lot of these websites kind of cover old spec material, so I really want to kind of prove to you that you can use old spec materials and still make the most of it. Okay, so we'll just start off with learning content. Okay, so my first port of call when I'm learning content is I just go to Exam Solutions. Okay, Stuart Sidders is really good at explaining and introducing concepts and just showing how to use the formulas and showing what you need to know. Okay, so just he's got every single exam board pretty much, well, most of them, and he has ordered it in terms of the new A levels, which is good, but obviously you've got the old specification here, and he is starting now to order it in terms of the new spec. So you've plenty of tutorials. If we go to some further maths, have a look at the website. Fantastic. He's literally got every single topic. He's got videos on every single topic, and it's linked to his YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel. Like I said, he's got videos on every single topic. So that's my first port of call. I go to Exam Solutions, either the website or the YouTube channel, and that's how I learn my content. Okay, and that'll really help and supplement your lesson. So it's the first port of call. I always watch an Exam Solutions video, and I've worked personally with Stuart Sidders in the past, and I can say, from first-hand experience, he is very easy to understand and very good when you want to just. It's a fantastic introduction to any topic. Okay, I would then go to Eddie Wu. Okay, Eddie Wu is much better at introducing topics conceptually. Okay, fantastic teacher. He's Australian and he lives in Australia, but you can go to his channel and you can find videos on pretty much every single topic, and he does really, really good examples, and he'll really make you kind of understand conceptually all the different topics. Okay, so once I've watched an Exam Solutions video, I'll then go over and I'll watch Eddie Wu's take on it, and this will be a really, really interesting conceptual way to do it. So it's just, it's completely fine to watch an Exam Solutions video, but then if you want to further understand it, this is the place to go. And he's pretty much got every single topic in the A-level syllabus, so you can just have a look through the channel. Okay, so that's the last one I wanted to mention is TL Maths as well. Absolute legend. Got the 5-year anniversary trailer, which is very funny. But again, an amazing YouTube channel. He does AQA, Edexcel, OCR, OCR MEI, just loads of videos. And yeah, very good again for introducing topics. And he's got a lot of videos, which is good. It covers a lot. And I believe he's got a Google Drive as well that you can possibly look for on his website, which has got loads of resources and stuff. So that's in terms of learning content. That's what I'd recommend. Now let's go to revising. You should absolutely be using Physics and Maths Tutor. Okay, Physics and Maths Tutor is, as far as I'm concerned, it's still the best website for maths revision. Okay, so what you're going to do when you want to start practicing questions, okay, you're going to go to past papers and you're going to go to A-level maths, which is the best A-level. Okay, so as you can see, it's all ordered in terms of the old spec. So C1 and C2 is pure year 1. Okay, it's now called pure year 1. And C3 and C4 is pure year 2, with the exception of a couple different topics, which I will expand on in a minute. And S1 and M1 constitutes most of the topics for the additional modules, statistics and mechanics. Okay, you've also got FP1 and FP2, which are now known as Core Pure 1 and Core Pure 2. I'm just talking about Edexcel for now because I know the majority of students in the UK will do Edexcel. S2 and M2 is the further mechanics and further statistics, and some aspects of S3 and M3 are more parts of mechanics and statistics, which you will study in further maths A level. Some parts of further maths are not here, so there's some parts of further maths that are new, so you won't be able to practice those topics here. And you've got D1, which I don't think has changed that much. Okay, so let's just have a look now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go questions by topic. Okay, so go to questions by topic. So this would be C1. This is kind of the first half of pure year 1. Okay, and as you can see here, Edexcel, AQA, OCR, MEI, Edexcel set 2, OCR set 1. So plenty of questions to practice. OCR set 2 as well. You've got another set of OCR questions. Okay, in terms of the exam boards, it doesn't matter. They're all the same. They're literally all the same. I would aim to try to do everything really on this page. So you know, you're going to start off, probably start off with Edexcel stuff. So you know, let's have a look at the worksheet here, and it's just loads of inequality questions. Okay, and the good thing about Edexcel set 1 questions is that they have got the mark scheme and then the examiner's reports back here. Okay, so once you've done then, maybe try Edexcel set 2, and you know, maybe let's have a look at quadratics. Edexcel set 2, and it's the same business. Okay, some of the questions, so these ones don't have the answers, but they will tell you what year the question is from, so you'll have to go and manually find that paper, and again, just do it on Physics and Math Tutor. It's the quickest way of doing it. Okay, so that's the next thing I would do. Okay, and this is after, by the way, after you do all the book questions. Okay, so your first port of call is to learn the content. You learn the content with Exam Solutions, EdiWoo, and TL Maths, and of course in lessons. Okay, you do all the book questions. You then supplement that with questions by topic for whatever topic you're doing. And can I also mention that this website is constantly being changed and updated, so you know, it's not dormant. So then you go questions by topic, and then after that, just straight start past papers, and you can honestly do every single past paper, everything. So then maybe let's have a look at some Solomon papers for C2. Solomon papers are usually quite good, usually quite tricky, and look how many Solomon papers you've got. Plenty of Solomon papers, absolutely loads of them. So my computer's being a bit slow, but let's load up a Solomon paper, and here you've got your Solomon paper, and you can practice. Okay, so just a small note. Topics that are now, the only thing you have to keep an eye out is radians. Okay, so if you are studying, if you're in year 12, the topic of sequences and series and radians are no longer year 12 topics, they are now year 13 topics. Okay, so if you're doing any C1 or C2 papers, just ignore any questions involving radians. So this question here is given in radians. Radians is just another unit of angles. Okay, so ignore any questions like that, or you can just convert it to degrees. Just learn the conversion. It's not too hard. Pi radians is 180 degrees. There you go. That's the conversion. And any questions then again involving sequences and series, which is not gonna, I don't think it's gonna come up on a C2 paper. Possibly, I can't remember. But yeah, so sequences and series and radians is just the 2 things you need to just skip out, and then it means you've got a whole boatload of old spec exam papers that you can use. Okay, so let's have a look at Edexcel papers. Okay, so look how many papers you've got here. So many papers. IAL papers are international papers. They are typically less wordy and just harder. Okay, so they're a really good one to test you. And the IAL ones here are a mixture of C1 and C2. So that will cover pretty much all of year 12 pure content. Our papers are usually quite tricky as well. And there's a lot of the papers here have model answers as well. Try and find one. Here we go. MS, so QP is question paper, MS is mark scheme, and MA stands for model answers. And they are done by, I'm not really sure, I know one of them was a kind of prominent guy in the UK who used to release them right after the exams. So yeah, model answers are just really good to mark your work. I'd recommend when doing past papers or questions by topic, always mark a question after you've done it. Don't do the whole paper and then mark it after, because then you'll have forgotten when you go back to mark it and you go back to question 1 and maybe you make a mistake, you'll have forgotten what you were thinking in that question. So it's always good to do a question, then mark it. Do a question, then mark it. Okay. So yeah, I probably will do another video on the differences between the old spec and the new spec, but it's information that you can easily find online. And yeah, so many papers here, so many papers. I would aim to try and do as many as you can. You won't be able to finish all of them in the 2 years that you're studying A-levels, but I would aim to do as many of these papers as you can. This will be the main website that you'll be using for your A-levels, okay? Along with Mad as Maths. Okay, this is fantastic for extension. So this guy here has, I believe he's a maths professor. Surname is Madas, and he does loads of really hard papers. Again, arranged by old spec, the 2005 spec, so C1, C2, C3, C4. And he's also arranged it by new spec as well. So he's ordered them in such a fashion that you, if you're in year 12, you can just you won't have to skip any questions or anything. Okay, so I would really only do these once you've done a lot of papers from Physics and Maths Tutor. Okay, these questions are typically much harder. And yeah, and again, a fantastic resource for hard questions. And they get really hard. I wouldn't worry if you're not able to do, so the harder ones are S and T. I wouldn't worry if you're not able to do them because they just get really hard. So in terms of resources, obviously you've got the book as well, and your school will provide plenty of resources, but these are the two main websites. In fact, Physics and Maths Tutor you're going to be using mostly, and Mad as Maths is really good for extension stuff. So once you're really comfortable doing papers from Physics and Maths Tutor, then you can jump onto IYGB papers, which is Mad as Maths. Just a quick mention here, I would do Edexcel papers first if you're studying Edexcel. Bronze, silver, gold papers are old spec Edexcel papers arranged in difficulty, so they'll get a bunch of hard questions and there'll be a gold paper and a bunch of kind of medium questions and put it in a silver paper, and etc. Delphis papers are quite hard. IYGB papers are the old spec papers that you'll find on this website. Solomon papers are quite tricky. OCR MEI papers are generally a little hard as well, but you can honestly do them in kind of, it doesn't really matter the order. I would generally recommend going Edexcel first, then maybe try some Edexcel bronze, silver, gold papers in that order. Try Delphis papers, and I know C3, C4, you've got Elmwood papers as well, which are somewhere here. Elmwood papers as well, they're quite tricky. But kind of leave IYGB papers to last, generally, is what I recommend. Okay, so just a final note now on other resources you can use. Wolfram Alpha is absolutely amazing. You can literally type anything and it will do anything for you. So let's say I don't know, like solve let's solve a quadratic. Solve x squared plus 3x minus 5. And it's just an amazing way to quickly get answers for questions that you need help with. Here you go, and a nice plot as well. It can do so many things. It differentiate, integrate. You know, just learn. You know, just get familiar with Wolfram Alpha. It's fantastic. You know, sometimes when you need to visualize something or get a quick answer, amazing. The last thing is just Desmos, and again, a fantastic resource for graphing things. Okay, so let me just copy and paste it into here. And again, you know, just download Desmos. It's amazing. Download the app on your phone. Download the Wolfram Alpha app on your phone as well. I think it costs like 50p or something. And yeah, Desmos is fantastic for sketching functions. sketching gradient functions, and you can even put in a value here, a, and then you can change the value of a and see how the graph changes when that a changes. So again, amazing. I know obviously there's GeoGebra as well. I haven't used a lot of GeoGebra, but it is fantastic from what I hear. But yeah, so that's just a little summary of my tips for studying A levels. I'll probably put a clickbait title on this and say this is how to get an A-star in maths. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else, any more info I can give you. I'm always happy to plan revision with people and you know and things like that. So any questions, just drop a comment. Yeah, and make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you very much.